Hello everyone, today in this video we'll be discussing the fifth module of TOC, which is related to Turing Machine. So in this module you'll be given a question like this, and you'll have to draw one DFA diagram, and which is related to the corresponding Turing Machine for that. Okay, so we'll get started with the question directly. There are 8 questions which can be asked. Those are 8 standard questions from which one of those questions come in exam. So we'll be discussing each of them, and before starting, make sure the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you watch this video till the end, from among those 8 questions, any one would be coming in exam. So if you watch all of them, easily you can score full marks in this module. Okay, and apart from this, some theory concepts are there which I'll not be discussing in this module. I'll be focusing on these questions here. Okay, so this is the important topic from the exam. So without wasting more time, let's get started. So you'll be given a question like this: L is equal to a power n and b power n. Now we have to solve it using Turing machine. Okay, so let me give you a brief overview of what is Turing machine. So a power n, b power n, and n is greater than or equal to 1. What are the strings that can be formed? Strings that can be formed, the least string is if a n is equal to 1, it will be ab. If n is equal to 2, it will be aa bb. If n is 3, it will be aaa bbb, right? And it will keep on going. Now these are the strings, and we have to design a Turing machine for that. So I'll be taking a bigger string here, okay, because smaller string will be easier and not all the factors will be covered. So let's take AAABBB. So Turing machine, what it does in Turing machine, it's a tape. Okay, a tape will be there, and in that tape the input string will be there, AAABBB, followed by a blank symbol here. Capital B is a blank symbol. Okay, and those will be partitioned by spaces here. Okay, and we'll be starting from here. Now see, this is movable, this can move here and so on. Now to accept this string, what is the rule I need to define is, whenever I have an a here, whenever I encounter a, that a I will be replacing it with x. Okay, I'll be replacing it with x, and I'll be finding a corresponding b for that. Okay, since I have found a here, I'll be finding a b now. The b came here. When I move forward, I found a b here. Now for this b, I have to replace it with some another letter. Now I have found a b for a corresponding a. Then again I will go back and see if there are any more a's or not. So I found here another a. What I'll do, I'll just simply rub this, make it as x, and I'll move forward, find a corresponding b here, that I'll make it as y, and then I will come back again. This a is here, I'll make it as x, and here a b is there, I'll make it as y. After that I'll go back, I'll find there is no more a's, I'll come back and see there is a capital B, which means that after equal number of a's and b's are over, according to this question, a power n b power n, I reached a b. That means it's a valid string and it's accepted. Okay, suppose that instead of this b there was another b here, and here was a b. When I was coming here, I found another b here, but this b does not correspond to any a here, right? In that case, this will not be accepted. Okay, so this is what a Turing machine does. We'll be solving this question using string AAA BBB. Okay, now let's take this string here. I'll take it in the same way I took before, AAA B B B and one capital B. Okay, this one I'll be making it in a box. Now we'll be starting from here. Okay, starting. Now first I have encountered an A. Okay, so Turing machine, I'll be making it like this. I have to make a DFA here. First state I'll always make Q naught here. Okay, now in Q naught, first I encountered A here, right? Because always it is A power n B power n, always I'll encounter A first. So whenever I encounter A, I have to move to another state. Okay, whenever you encounter A first, whatever the letter is there first, you have to move to another state. What I encountered A, what I'll be replacing it with, X. Where I'll be moving, right. Okay, like this you have to do. What I got, what I'll be replacing it with, where I'll be moving. So I got A here, I'll be marking it as X, and I will be moving into the next input here, and this one will be Q1 here. Okay, now I have moved to Q1. Now in Q1 also I have to do the following. Now here if I find A, after this one I replaced A, now my target is B. I have to find B, but this is not B here. So what I have to do, I have to keep it as A only and move to the next one. I will not do anything, again I'll move to the next. So what I just did is, I found an A here. Okay, what I wrote on top of it, I wrote another A, means kept it as same, and I moved to the right. Now again I found this one A, I have to write A on it again and move to the right. Okay, so here again the same thing happened, therefore a self loop can exist here. Okay, now I found B here. Whenever I find B, what I have to do, I told you I'll replace it with Y. Okay, so now I replace it with Y, and this arrow I'll be moving back to find more A's. Okay, but directly I'll not find A. I'll be telling you how we need to find, because this A we need to consider, not this A, right? So let's have a look how we are going to proceed with this. Now after I find Y here, I move to the left. Okay, so there was a B, I replaced it with Y and moved to the left. Okay, now after moving to the left, I came to Q2. Now in Q2 I found another A here, but this is not the A which I have to consider. I have to go back here, right? So what I just did, I kept A as such and moved to the left. That is A comma A comma left, and that can be a self loop. No matter how many A's are there, I have to all skip it until I reach X, so that after that X I have to move to the right. Now once I reach X, then I will be have to move to the next one, because this is the A that needs to be considered. Once I reach X, I'll be getting to know that the next A is the one which I have to consider. Okay, so in that case, the X transition will also remain the same. Suppose that after this point I kept A as same and reached here. Now X is my input. If X is my input, I have to move right. So what I will do, I'll come back here. I'll come back here. You'll understand why I came back here. And here what I did, X I encountered. From this state I encountered X. So I have to keep X as such and move to the next here. So I'll keep X as such and move to the right. Okay, right I moved. Now in this spot I came, right? This is same spot as the first A, right? This is the first A. From here only I'm starting, and from here again the same thing will repeat. A will replace by X, move to the right, cover all A's, then when you encounter B, make it Y and move to the left. Here I have to again do the same thing, mark it as X, move here, skip all A's and skip all Y's also, another new concept will come here. Then when I get B, replace it with Y, come back again left and find the first A again. So I have to repeat the same thing. So I'll not take another state and write the same things. Instead, I will take to the same state from where this is starting again. Okay. So again, let's trace what will happen. Now I'm in this state. A encountered A. Yes, I encountered A. Mark it as X and move right. Mark it as X and move right. Now here A. I moved right. I moved into this state. AAR. Keep it A only and move to the right. Now I am still in this state only. In Q1, what I encountered Y, but Y is not defined. If I encounter Y, simply what I have to do, I have to move to the right, because my target is to find B for the corresponding A here, which I marked X, right? There was an A, I marked X. For that A, I need a B, so I need to skip all A and Y in between. So if Y also comes, I'll be writing Y comma Y, move to the right. So skip this Y, move to the right. If you find B, mark it as Y and move to the left. So mark it as Y, move to the left. In left I moved here, and now I encountered Y here, right? From here I moved to the left. Now I encountered a Y here. Now if Y comes in this spot, have I defined for it? No. What I have to do if Y comes? I have to ignore it, because my target is to find the first A, right? So I'll ignore it, means Y will remain Y and I will move to the left. When I move to the left, I find an A here. So what is defined for A here? Keep it as A and move left, because I'm not sure whether there is another A here or not. We have to check it. If there is another A, we have to consider that one, right? So we need to check if there is A here or not. For that, I'll make AAL. So I'll keep A as A only here and move to the left. And here I encountered X. From this state, I encountered X. X means XXR. X, keep it X as same and move to the right. Now this is confirmed that this is the first A which we need to consider. Now I'm in this state. Again, AXR. I'll make it as X and I'll move to the right. Now Y is present here in this state. YYR, skip. Again Y is present here. YYR, skip. Again B here. Now from this state B means BYL. Make it as Y and move to the left. Now I move to the left. I find it as Y here. From BYL I came here. YYL, move to the left. Again after that move to the left. Now X here, right? In this spot I found X. So what I have to do? XXR means I have to move to the right here. So I move to the right here, XXR, right, XXR. I'll keep X as such and move to the right. Now I move to the right here. Now XXR, I went to the Q0 state. Now in Q0 state, I've encountered a Y. Now what I have to do? Now see, if after an X I found Y, means that all the A's are over and all the B's also over, because A power n, B power n, all the A's and B's are over. Now in this case, what I have to do is I have to just skip all the Y's and move to the last state here, right? No matter how many Y's are there, I have to move it and reach here. For that, I'll be taking another state here, Y, keep it as Y only and move to the right, and I'll reach a state Q3. Here also I'll make a self loop here. No matter how many Y's are there, keep it as Y only and move to the right. So I'll move all the Y's here and I'll move to the right and I'll reach a capital B. When I reach a capital B, what I'll do, nothing, B, B, keep it as B only, and move to the left or right, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's it. I'll be moving to the Q4 state, which is the halt state. It is called as halt state. Okay, so this is how you make the diagram, which is the transition diagram for the A power n, B power n using Turing machine. Okay. And one more thing is there, after you have done this one, in question if they ask you to do the test for this, any string if they give and ask you to test it your diagram using the string, in that case you have to do the instantaneous description also, ID. Okay, let's have a look for one question, how do we do the IDs. Okay, let's take AAA, okay. For that, first you have to do it is as follows. For first state is starting state Q0. Okay, now I'm doing it for AAA, BBB, and a capital B here. Now Q0 A. When Q0 on A, what's happening? It becomes X and move to the right, right? So and we move to the Q1. So here what we do? Okay, listen carefully. First of all, Q0 becomes Q1. Okay, so Q0 we have to write it as Q1, and A becomes X. We have to write X instead of A. So first we'll write X here, and right means Q0 became Q1 and moved to right. So we have to mark it in right. Okay, like this it will be. From left it became to the right, and then this 2A, BBB. Got my point? Like that only. Okay. Now Q1 on A. If Q1 on A, what you have to do? Just move to the right. So here it will be X A Q1 A B B B capital B. Okay. After that Q1 on A, again same thing. X Q1 B B B B. Now Q1 on B, what happened? Q1 on B, it goes to Q2 and becomes B becomes Y, Q1 becomes Q2, and Q1 goes to left. Now if Q1 goes to left after making B as Y, so let's make B as Y. Q1 goes to left means A will come here and Q1 will be present here. Here it will be A and this X will be here and this will be B B B. Okay. Now after that it is I am present in this state. Now it is AAL. Okay, so Q1 on A, Q1 on A, it will remain A and move to the left. So X Q1 A Y B. Okay, so this Q1 I shifted it left. That's what. Okay, and made this A only, like that, like however it is. I let it state as such. Okay, now again Q1 A, again same thing. Q1 A, I have to move to the left, so I'll move Q1 to the left. X A Y B B B. Okay, now Q1 on X, Q1 on X. Okay, so Q1 on X, what should happen? Sorry, not Q1. This is Q2, right? I forgot to change here. Yeah, this one. After Q1 B it's encountered, Q1 B it's encountered, it makes Q2, right? So Q1 B I have to mark it as Q2 here. This is also Q2, and this is also Q2. Now Q2 on X, Q2 on X, it will become Q3. I mean Q0, and it will go to the right. Okay, so X is here. It will become Q0, and it will go to the right. That means X will become left, and a Q0 will come before A. There will be second A here, B B B. Okay. Now Q0 on A. What is Q0 on A? It will become X and move to Q1. Okay. So again X, it will become X and it will move to the right. Q1 A Y B B B. Okay, now q1 on a, make it as keep it as such and move to the right. X x a q1, q1 on y, q1 on y also it remains same, move to the right. Okay, let me insert some space here. Okay, now see here, now what we are supposed to do, where we are presented. Okay, q1 on y, what is q1 on y? Q1 on y is it will remain y and move to the right. So now here it will be x x a, q1 will move to the right, remain q1 b b b. Now q1 on b, what was q1 on b? Q1 on b, it should become q2, it should make it b as y and move to the left. Now see, it made it as y. Okay, let's write it here. It made it as y, and q1 move to the left means this y will come here and q1 will be here, a will be here. Okay, like this it will be, and b b, and q1 became q2. Okay, now q2 on y, what is q2 on y? Q2 on y, it will become y only and move to the left, it will remain y and move to the left. Now q2 on y, it will remain y, q2 only and move to the left. So it will be x x q2 a y y b b. Okay, now q2 on a, what is q2 on a? It will remain a only and move to the left. Now x q2 x a y y b b. Now q2 on x, it will become q naught, move to the right, right? Q naught a y y b on a. Q naught on a is q1 and it will make the a as a b b. Now what is q1 on y? Q1 on y, it should remain q1 only and move to the left, I mean right. Q1 y b b. Now q1 on y, it will remain q1 only and move to the left, I mean right. Then x x x y y. Now q1 on b, it will become q2, this will become y, and q1 will come left, right? So q1 will become q2 and come to the left. It will become q2, come to the left of this one, and this will also become y b b. Now q2 on y, q2 only and move to the left. So it will be x x x q2, this will become q2 only, it will remain, and y b. So that's what q2 on y was, q2 only, right? q2 on y was q2 only. Now after that, again it encountered the same thing. Let me insert some space. Okay, now q2 on y, it will remain same, x x q2 x y y y b. Now q2 on x, it will go to q naught and move to the right. Now q naught on y, what is q naught on y? Q naught on y, it should remain y and move to the right. q3, it will become q3 and move to the right. X x x, move to the right, this becomes q3 y y b. Okay, now q3 on y, what it is, it should remain same and move to the right, q3 y b. Now again it remains same, x x x y y y q3 b. When q3 on blank space it encounters, what should happen? q3 on blank space it encounters, move left or right, whatever it is, and halt, or just keep it as okay. It doesn't matter, but still just keep it on right. So keep it as b only, x x x y y y, and b q3. That's all. Let's move on to the second question, which is a power n, b power n, and c power n. Let's make the transition diagram here. This is my q naught. Okay, and let's take a sample string a, b, 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 c, c, c. Okay, and followed by a capital B. Now I'm in q naught here, and I encountered an a. So if I encounter an a, I'll be replacing it with x, right? So I'll be making a new state here. I'm in a, I encountered an x, I'll be moving to the right. After that, I'll move to the right. When I move to the right, I'll find another few a's here, right? So for that, I have to take a self loop. It will be a, keep it a, move to the right. Okay. Again, I'll move to the right, and it will be an a. And again, I'll move to the right. I'll get a b here. Whenever I get a b, okay, this one I have replaced it with x. Whenever I get a b, after I get a b, I have to mark it as y and move forward. So b, y, and move forward. So this will become y and move forward. I'll be moving to q2, and I'll find a few b, which will be comma b, move to the right. When I encounter an c, I'll come to the next state here. For c, I'll mark it as z and move to the right. So I'll mark this as z and move to the right, and I'll move to the state q3. In q3, I'll find another here I'll not move to the right, because after c I have to go back and find another a, right? See, for this particular a I got this b, and for this b I got this c. After that, my step is to go back to a. So therefore I'll not go back. I'll not go front, I'll go back here. C comma z comma l. Now l, I encounter a b here. Whenever I encounter a b, I'll stay in the same state, and I will just move to the left. I'll keep moving to the left. I'll find y's also. So y I will keep it as same only and move to the left. I'll find a's. A also I'll keep it as same only, and I'll move to the left. And whenever I find x, I have to go back to the starting state, right? Whenever I find x, I'll keep it as same only, and I'll move to the right. Okay, so this is how we again come back to the same state. And let's have a look what all we can do further. Now coming here again, I make it as x here, and I'll move to the right, and here I find a, and I'll move to the right, and also I'll find y here. So I'll keep y as same, and I'll move to the right. After that, I find a b, I'll make it as y here, and I'll move to the right. After that, here at this point, I find a number of b's. After that, I find z also here. So z comma z comma r. Now z I'll skip it, and whenever I find c here, c make it as z and move to the left. So z I'll make it as I'll make it as z and move to the left. While moving to the left, I find z here. So I should keep z as such and move to the left. Right. After that, I find b here. B also I will skip. Y also I'll skip. A also I'll skip. When I find x, again the same thing will repeat from here. So this in this last trail, after this x, I'll make it as x and move right. Y I'll keep it as such. Y and move to the right. B I'll make it as y and move to the right. After that, I encounter z and c. When I encounter c, I'll make it as z and move to the left. Okay. Now after I move to the left, here I have to ignore all the z's, I have to ignore all the y, I have to then I'll make my trip until I find x here, right? After that, when I find x, I'll keep it as x only and move to the right. So after x, I'll move to the right. I have y here, and I'm in this state, right? See, I was moving back, I found x. When I found x, I changed the state, I came here. Now x and r it is. So x and r means now it is on y, the focus is on y, and from y I am in this state. In this state, y is not defined. If in this state I have y, means the a's have ended, which means b's have ended, which means c's has ended. So from here, if I find y, I'll come back to this state here. Okay, I'll come back here. I'll make it as y, keep it as same, and move to the right. After that, the state will be q4 here, and here I will be making a self loop for the n number of y's I'll encounter. After that, move to the right, and after that I'll encounter a z here. Z I'll move to the right, keeping z as same. This is q5 state, and here we will be having a self loop for the z, z comma r, and after that, if I encounter a b, I'll keep it as same, and this is q6, which is the halting state. Okay. So this is how we solve the question: a power n, b power n, and c power n. After this, if they give you a string to find out using instantaneous description, you have to use the same thing which I discussed in the previous question. How do you do the instantaneous description? Okay, so this is all about the a power n, b power n, c power n. Let's move on to the next one, which is WWR even palindrome. Okay, what is an even palindrome? Even palindrome, let's take an example. Can be like A, B, B, A, right? This is an even palindrome. The length is even, and if you read it from this side or you read it from this side, the letters are same. And another one is A, B, A, B, B, A, B, A. Read it from either end, it will be same. That is called as a even palindrome, and the length is even here. Okay, so let's have a look how this works. Okay, so here what we'll be doing is first let me explain you. Let's take an example. Okay, let's take an example here only, this one. Okay, now see, palindrome means last here B will be there, which is blank space. Now I encounter an A here. Okay, that A should be present in the last letter. B here, B should be in second last. This A should be in third last and fourth last, and so on. So first, second, third, fourth should be there from the reverse also. So what I'll be doing is, this is the steps you need to remember. Okay, so first when I encounter A or B here, that I will be marking it as a capital B. Okay, you'll understand why I'm doing it. Now after I have done that, this A I have to search in the last letter. Last letter is what? This one. How will I know it is a last letter? After this it will be a capital B, right? That is the last letter. So I'll be in searching for a capital B, and previous to that is the letter which I am searching for. So if it is A, I'll search for capital B and check the previous to it, it should be A. Then I'll mark that also as capital B. Then again I will search for a capital B, so that I'll start from the next letter B. I'll search for the capital B here. Previous to that is the letter which I'm searching for, B. So B and B here, this I'll be marking it as B, and this also I'll mark as B. Again I'll come back here, A, last letter here A, I'll mark it as B. I'll search A, mark it as A. Then I'll come here, mark it as B, and here before to B it is B only, so I'll mark it as B. And after I have done this B, okay, I've marked it as B. Again I come back and I find another B here. That means I have ended. Means the string is ended if I find two consecutive B's, and that will halt the machine. Okay, so let's take the same example and make the transition diagram. A B, A B, B A, B A. Okay, so the first state will be Q naught. Okay, in Q naught state I can encounter either A or B. Okay, let's make first for A. So if I encounter A, what I will do, A, I'll make it as B and move to the right. I'll make this as B and I'll move to the right. Okay, now I'm in state Q1. Now from Q1 I have to ignore all the A's and B's and I have to just search for capital B. So a self loop will be there. If it is an A, keep it as A and move to the right. If it is B, keep B and move to the right. And whenever I encounter a B here, this B, that B means I have encountered a B here, then keep it as B only and move to the left, because I want the previous one, right? So I'll keep it as B only and move to the left, and this is Q2 here. And here I have to search if it is A or not. If it is A, then only I need to accept it, right? So here I reach, I'll see if it is A or not. If it is A, I'll mark it as B and move to the left. Okay, and this will be Q3. Okay, this is how we need to make when I encounter uh, A here. Before this one I have started from A here and I encountered an A, then I will be making it as B and moving to the left. Moving to the left, I'll find n number of A's and B's again, so I'll be taking a self loop. If it is A, keep A and move left. If it's B, keep B and move left. After that I'll reach a point where I'll reach B here. So here I am and I reach a B. That means whenever I reach a B, I have to go back to this state, because again I'll be starting from the new letter, searching for the last letter here. These two are B means this is ignored. Now I'm just concerned with this string, right? So that's why I have to come back to this state here, and if it is a B, just keep it B and move to the right, right? So I came here, this B, move to the right. Now again the same thing will repeat here. If it is A, I'll be repeating in this way. Now it is B. B means again the same thing will happen, just that this A and this A I will be replacing it with B. So let me make that. whenever I encounter a B here in the starting place, I'll make it as a capital B and move to the right. And this is Q4. Now in Q4 I have to ignore n number of A's and B's after that. So this one I'll be marking it as B, and here n number of A's and B's. If it is A, keep A and move right. If it is B, keep B and move right. After that I'll reach a point where I'll reach B here. Now if I reach a B here, same thing I have to do, B, B, L. Keep B as same and move to the left. I'll keep B as same and move to the left. Here what I find a B here. So this will be a state Q5, and here I find a B. So if I find a B, I'll make a new transition B. I'll make it as B and move to the left. Right, move to the left, just like how I did A, B and move to the left. So B, B, move to the left. After that I'll find n number of A's and B's which I have to ignore. So this transition will again connect to here, the same Q3 state, right? So let me make this state here. Okay, this will directly connect to this state. Okay, it is B, not BBL, it is small b, capital B here. Okay, like ABL, this is BBL. Again it will come here. Now after that again I will come back here and search it. So this A will become B, and I'll find a corresponding A here. This will become B. Again I will search here, and this will become B, and again I will come here, and this B, when it will become, I'll come here, right? This state B, this state I'll be present here. Okay, if I find a B, make keep it as B and move left. I'll keep it as B and move left. And small b here, if it is a small b, make it as B and move to the left. So I'll make it as B and move to the left. Now in this left, I'm in this position, right? I'm in this position. From this position, if it is a B, what I have to do? B, move to the right. Keep B, move to the right. Now I'm in this position. Now in this position, after this B, I have encountered this B, right? That is a different thing happening here. Here I either encounter A or I encounter B. But here a capital B is encountered after a B. That means that the string is ended. If it is a B after a B, that means the even palindrome is there, and the string is accepted. So it will be Q6 here, which will be the halting state. Okay, so this will be okay. Let's have a look at the odd palindrome. So odd palindrome will be same as the previous one, except that a letter C will be there in between to ensure that it is an odd palindrome. Okay, so let's take a string example here. Let's take A, B, C, B, A, A. Okay, or let's take here as A, B, B, A. Okay, so this is the string we have here. Now let's take and make the diagram. This is Q0, same as previous one. Either I can encounter A first or I encounter a B, right? So if I encounter A, I'll make it as blank space and move to the right. And here, if I encounter a B, I'll make it as a capital B and move to the right. Okay. Now let's focus on one at a time. So A, I'll make as blank space and I'll move to the right. Now I'm in Q1 state, and in this Q1 state I can encounter B, I can encounter A, I can encounter C. So for all of that, I'll make a self loop A comma A comma R, B comma B comma R, C comma C comma R. Okay. Now after that, when I will stop, I'll stop when I encounter a capital B. So when I encounter a capital B, I'll keep it as such and move to the left. And when I move to the left, I have to see that if it is A or not. If it is A, then I'll be considering it, right? So A comma blank space and move to the left. So this will be made as blank space, and I'll be moving to the left. Okay, this one's already made here. I'll move to the left. Now when I move to the left, I'll be in state Q3. I can encounter A, B or C. So if it is A, keep it as A and move to the left. B also move to the left. C also move to the left. And same goes for the B also. B also I'll be doing the same thing. Here it will be Q4, and I'll be encountering the n number of A's, B's and C's. So A comma R, B comma B comma R, and C comma C comma R. Okay. And here if I encounter a blank space, at the end I'll be moving to the left, and I'll be reaching a state here Q5. And in Q5 I have to check if it is a B or not, because start from the B, the last letter should be B. So here I'll be checking if it is B or not. If it is B, I'll mark it as blank space and I'll move to the left. When I move to the left, again n number of A's, B's and C's will be there. And when I'll be moving left and I'll be coming back here, I'll be encountering a B here. From this state, I'll encounter a B. When that happens, I'll have to move right so that I can process from the next starting symbol. So from here, I have to move to the right to q naught I'll come again, right? So it is blank space comma blank space, move to the right. When I move to the right again, from this starting state I'll be continuing. Now I can encounter again a, s, b, and c, and the same thing will happen. And finally what will happen, this will be b, this will be b, and this will be b, and finally this will also become b. After that, when I come here, I ignore this one and come here, b. Now in this state I have encountered b, move to the right. Now my starting symbol is c. We haven't defined if starting symbol is c, what we need to do. A and b we have defined. If it is c, I have to move to the final state here. C, I'll keep it as such and move to the right, and this state will be q7 or 6, q6 you can take. Okay, so this will be q6 state, and in this state, after this I move to the right, I encounter a b. When I encounter a b, at that time I'll keep it as such and move to the uh, b comma b comma r, right? After that it is ended. I'll move to the final state, which is here. Okay, c, I'll move to the right, and if I encounter a b here, that is the end. After that I'll be halting from here. Okay, in this question we have been given that we have to make the transition diagram for odd or even palindrome, so both the cases are possible. So even palindrome we have already discussed, it will be like even palindrome here, the length will be even. And what about the odd palindrome? In the previous case we had a c in between, right? So this was an odd palindrome, a b c b a, but in this case we will not have any extra letter like a c, but we'll be using either a or b only. So it will be like a b b b a, or it can be a b b a b a. Okay, a b a b a. So the middle letter will be either b or a itself. Okay, now so how do we handle this case? So the starting will be same, the ending will be a bit different. So let's have a look. So we'll be making it as the previous one only, will be in q naught. And in q naught, whenever we encounter an a or we encounter a b, there are two possibilities: we encounter an a or we encounter a b. If it is a, we'll make a blank space and move to right, and if it is a b, we'll be making it as a blank space and moving to the right. Same thing. Now in q1 we'll be ignoring the n number of a's and b's after that, so it is aar and bbr. After that, if we encounter a blank space after that, we have to make b b l, right? If it's encountering a black space, you have to come back like the previous two questions. Same thing here also. And in q2, when we come back here, since I had started from a, I have to check back again a here only, right? I have to check again if it is an a or not. So in case if it is an a, what I will do is a comma b comma l, right? I'll make the a as b and move to the left. Okay, that is q3 now. Now the same thing goes for the b also. Now this will be q4 here, and in q4 I'll be ignoring n number of a's and b's, so it will be a comma r and b comma b and r here. Okay, and after that, when I encounter a blank space, that is the end of the string, I'll be moving to the left. I'll be coming to q5. In the q5, yeah, if I encounter a b again, that means before the blank space there is a b, that means I have to make it as a blank space and move to the left. Okay, now this much part is in this part. If you don't understand like how I did this, the previous two question, any question you can see, this part I've explained using an example as well. Now after this part comes the difference. Okay, now let's consider an example here. It might be like this: a b, a and a b here. Okay, now see, a, I considered it, I made it as b, and I came here, I found this a, I made it as b. Now I went back here. When I was going back, I found a b here. Okay, when I found a b here, I'll make it to the right. So in from this spot, I'll ignore n number of a's and b's first. A comma r, I mean not r, I'll have to move the left, right? So it will be l, b comma l. After ignoring a number of a's and b's from this part, again I encountered a b here. So when I encounter a b, I will be coming back to this point. Okay, that is the same as previous one, b comma r. After r, I encountered this point here. From here I got a b. Now in between it can be either b or a. If it's an odd palindrome, there are two possibilities. Firstly, it can be odd palindrome like this, or it can be just a like this, right? Even palindrome, which will be both b in this case. Okay, both b are there, and I'm in this spot now. And I did bbr, right? So bbr means I am in this spot now for if it is an odd palindrome. If it's an even palindrome, I am in this spot now. So this is even. Okay, now if it is an odd, let's consider the first odd. Here in between I could have had A or B, right? And I'm in this state. Now I could have had A, I could have had B here. So whatever it is, A or B, what I have to do, I have to convert it into a blank space and move forward. So I'll convert this into a blank space here and move forward. When I move forward, I got a B here. When I move forward from here, I am in this state, I got a B. Now B comma B comma L. Now B, keep it as B and move to the left. Now I came here. Okay, now I'm in this spot and I'm in this state. Now I have encountered a B. Is B defined here, capital B? Capital B is not defined here. If I get a B before a B, that means the string has ended, right? And from the, if the string has ended, that means that from here I have to just write B comma B comma R. Again move to the front. If B is encountered before it, that means string has ended. Same thing goes from here also. It will be again B comma B comma R. If I have encountered A in between, so I'll choose this path rather than this path, and I'll again come back to the same position here. And this is the halt position, which is Q6. Okay, so this is the halt position here, right? So this was about the odd palindrome in this case. If it's an even palindrome, what will happen? Even palindrome means I was in this spot here, right? I am in this spot here. Now after this I encountered a B again. After this I have encountered a B, right? If I encounter a B after this one, what I am supposed to do? Is B defined here, capital B from Q0? Is it defined? No, it's not. If it's defined means if I encounter a B after B, that means the string is over, and I have to reach the final halt state. So from here I'll just do B, let it stay as B and move to the right. So this is the transition diagram for odd or even palindrome. So here for the language, number of A's and B's are equal. Okay, so what we are going to do is, let's take an example. Let's suppose the string is A, B, B, A. Okay, now see, whenever I encounter an A, I'll make it as X, and then I'll be searching for B. If I encounter a B, I'll make it as Y, and I'll go back and search if any other A is there. If it is not there, then I'll go forward and I'll search for another A. When I search for another A, I'll mark it as X, and I will come back here and I will search if there is a B or not. There is a B here, I'll mark it as Y, and then again I will go and search for it. There is nothing there, then I will be stopping it. Okay, so whatever I encounter first, that one I'll be taking as X. Okay, if I encounter A first, A will become X. Suppose if the string was like B A A B. Okay, so here in this case this will become X, and I'll search for the A. This will become Y. I'll come back and I'll search again, and here I'll be searching as B, and B I'll be making as X, and I'll come back here and it will be made as Y. Okay, so in this case we'll be considering the whatever the letter we encounter first as X. Okay, and we'll be searching a corresponding one in the further string, and we'll be proceeding like that. Okay, so let's make the transition diagram. Okay, so first state, what we'll start from Q0. Okay, and Q0, suppose that I encounter an A first. Okay, if I encounter an A first, what I will do, A is there, I'll replace it with X and move to the right. Same thing goes for B also. If I encounter a B, I'll be replacing it with X and moving to the right. Okay, so we'll consider each one by one. So B comma X is there. Now see, A comma X I replace and move to the right. After I move to the right, I have to ignore n number of A's after that, because I'm in search for the B, right? What I'm in search for? I'm in search for B. So I have to ignore the n number of A's. So I'll be just keeping it as A and moving to the right. After that, whenever I encounter a B, what I have to do is B, if I encounter, I'll mark it as Y, and I'll be moving to the left, right? I'll be moving to the left after I mark the value as Y here. Okay. After that, I've moved to the left, and I'll be coming to the Q2. Now see what happened. A I marked as X, and then after that I got a B, I marked as Y. Then again I'm coming back and searching another A. Okay, like suppose the string was A B. Okay, let's take A B B B. Now see, A I marked as X, I moved forward, I found the B, found, and B I marked as Y. Now I'm coming back and finding A. Now the A which I have to find is this A, the first A. The first A comes after X, not this A. Okay, so how many A's I get in between, that I have to ignore. So I'll be making A L. I'll be moving to the left. No matter how many A's I have, I'll still move to the left until I encounter an X. When I encounter an X, what I have to do is I have to move to the right to start again from here. That means when I encounter an X, I'll be going back here to start from the beginning, like a new string here. Like this A has to be found for its corresponding B. So it will be X comma X and move to the right. Okay, this is for the A. The same thing, just copy paste for the B as well. So yeah, let's make the other one Q3, and here it is AAR. So I'll be making here as BBR. Okay, n number of b's I'm ignoring, and after that I'll be making this state here. It will be a comma y comma l a y l, and I'll be reaching the state q4. Here I'll be ignoring the b value here, b l. After that, when I reach, I'll be making the same transition, which is the xxr. Here also x and r. Now one more thing can happen here. Okay, if we take a mixed string, in that case some other thing will happen. What will happen is, suppose that the string was not a b b b. Let's take the string as a a a b b a b b. Okay, let's take the string as this. So here 1 2 3 4, 4 a's and 4 b's. Okay, what happened? X, I made it this as x. I came here, I found this, I made it as y. I came back here and I found this, I made it as x. And when I was going forward from here, okay, after making the first a as x and moving forward, I encounter an a. Okay, after making the a as x and moving forward, I encounter n number of a's which I'll be ignoring. Also, after ignoring a's, I also found y here, right? Because in the second iteration I'll also encounter y's, right? So y's also have to ignore, y r. Okay, this is one thing. After ignoring y's, when I encounter b, then I will be proceeding as follows. Okay, and after that also, when I encounter this as y here, I'll be ignoring this one and moving to the left. When I move to the left from here, okay, b I made as y and move to the left, b I made as y and move to the left. I'm in this state. In this state, when I move to the left, I again found another y here. So this y needs to be staying the same and move to the left again. So I'll be in this state. This YYL has to be done here, and I will move again here. And when I move back from here, again AL X will come. X, when X will come, XXR I'll take from here. So these two things, YYR from Q1. So here with BBR, YYR should be there, and with Q2 here, YYL should be there. Here with BB YYL also. Okay. So that's all for this diagram. So based on this diagram, all the things which could be happening are covered here, and we'll be proceeding with this diagram. Okay, so let's move on. Before that, one thing can happen here. Suppose that the string is a b b a. Okay, now a I encountered, I made it as x and moved to the right. Okay, and after that I encountered a b, so I made it as y and moved to the left. Okay, I move to the left. Now in the left I have x. When I have x, what I have to do? XXR. Now after XXR, I move to the right. I have found a y here, and I'm in this state. In this state, y is not defined, right? So if I encounter a y after x, that means there is no more things present before it, right? It is the end. X and y, there is nothing in between. So I have to move forward. So what I'll do? I'll ignore the y's and move forward. Okay, that's all. If y's are there, I'll move forward. Okay, this applies same for have the kind of string where it will be b a a b. Okay, here when I encounter a b, I'll make it as x, and when I encounter y, a, I'll make it as y and come back here. X x r, again I'll come back here. Y will be there. Y it will ignore and move from here. A x r it will continue. Okay, so at the end when I reach here, it will be a b. So b also we have to define. So when it is a b, I'll be moving to the final state, which is b comma b comma r. That will be the final state here, and this one I'll make it as q5. Okay, so this is the hold state. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Turing machine for subtraction. Okay, so the question is for the subtraction. So what do you mean by subtraction? Okay, so here we have 0 power m, 1 0 power n. Okay, so you'll have before one few zeros and after one few zeros. Okay, let's take an example here. If m is equal to 3, there will be 3 zeros here. Then there will be a 1. If n is equal to 2, there will be 2 zeros here. Okay, now subtraction means what? After we subtract how many zeros are present here with how many zeros are present here, whatever zeros number is present here, that is my answer, right? That is equal to m minus n. M minus n. M minus n is equal to how many zeros remain before 1 after the processing. Okay, now in case m is greater than 1, this will happen. If m's value is more and n's value is less, this will be a positive answer. If m's value is less and n's value is more, this will be a negative answer. Like in case if there was 2 zeros and n's value is 3, so in this case what will happen? These two will get cut, and these two will get cut and 1 0 will remain here and will not have any more zeros here. So in this case what we are supposed to do is we have to make this as a b and this also as a b and we'll move forward. Okay, so all b's will be there. If it is negative, the answer will be all b's. Okay, if it is a positive, that means you will get one answer here. Okay, so let's have a look how does this work. Let's take an example. M is equal to 5 and n is equal to 2. Okay, m is equal to 5 and n is equal to 2. Subtraction value should be 3. Okay, so here we'll have 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 and here we'll have blank spaces. Okay, and here also you can have blank spaces. Now we'll be starting from here. Okay, let's have a look. We'll be starting from a 0 here. Okay, so let's make the transition diagram. First we'll be starting from q0, that is equal to 0. This is in case where m is greater than n. After this we'll discuss the case where m is less than n. Okay, now see, in q0 I have, if I have the first 0, what I'll be doing is I'll be making it as a blank space. Okay, the first 0 which I encounter, I'll be making it as a blank space and moving to the next one. Okay, so it will be 0 comma blank space and move to the right. After I've made this as a blank space and move to the right, I'll be ignoring n number of zeros after that. Okay, so I'll be in q1, I'll be ignoring the n number of zeros after that. So it will be 0 comma 0 comma r and until I reach 1. After I reach 1, I should change the state. Okay, because after 1 the rule will change, because here I'm ignoring zeros, here I'm not ignoring zeros. After 1 I have to consider these zeros, so I have to change the rule. Therefore I'll change the state as well. 1 and r, this will remain same. I'll move to the next state, which is q2 here. In q2, after I reach here, this should be marked as this one, right? This is corresponding 0 for this one, so I'll not be marking it as b, I'll be marking it as 1. Okay, why is that? Because if I mark it as b, it will be confused with this b, right? I cannot mark b, there is another 0 here. If I mark b, that will mark the end of this string. If I came here and found b, I will not be sure if I have to go forward or not. That's why I'll not mark it as b, I'll mark it as 1, so that after all ones I know that there is a 0 here. Okay, so I'll mark it as 1 and move to the left. Okay, so after I encounter the first 0, I'll mark it as 1 and move left. Okay, 0 comma 1 comma l, and I'll move to the next state q3 here. Now in this state I can encounter another 1 or n number of zeros here, so both of those I have to ignore. If I encounter 0, I'll be keeping it as 0 and moving to the left. If I encounter 1, I'll be moving to the left, keeping it as 1 only. Okay, now I have come back here till this point. I'll come, when I will come to b here, I have to move forward and start again from here, so that will be marked as this one, this transition, which is b comma r. Okay, now again I am in this position here. I marked it as b. I'll move forward from here. Now when I move forward from here, I'll be ignoring the n number of zeros here, and after that I encounter 1 also here. So 1, when I encounter, I'll be changing the state from here and I'll be moving here. When I move here, I'll be finding another 1 here that I have not defined. If I find another 1 here, I have to ignore n number of ones after that, right? 1 comma 1 comma r, because there can be n number of ones after the first one, right? So I have to ignore that. So to ignore that, I'll be making 1 comma 1 comma r. Now after that, when I encounter a 0 here, I'll be making it as 1 and moving to the left. When I move to the left here, I'll find n number of ones, I'll be ignoring. I'll find n number of zeros, I'll be ignoring, and I'll come back here again, b b r. Then this third 0 I'll make as again b. See, observe here carefully, the number of zeros here are over, but I'm not aware of that. I don't know if there is any other 0 or not here, because we haven't checked here. We did it as 1 here and moved back here for the next 0, and this 0 I'm making it as b by the assumption that there will be another 0 here. Okay, so this assumption I am making, if it is not 0 here, I have to correct my assumption. So I'll come back and correct my assumption as well. Okay, now we are assuming that there is another 0 here. For that I made this as blank space and move forward now. Okay, so I made it as blank space, move forward, 0 comma 0 comma r. I'll move forward and 1 I'll come, I'll change the state here, 1 1 1. I'll be ignoring here, and after that in the same state I'll be encountering a b. This is the point where I realize that there is no zeros present. If there was a 0 present, I would have made it as 1 and moved to the left, like how I was doing previously. But now I have encountered a b, which means at this point I realize that there is no more zeros present. Therefore I have to go back and correct this assumption. For correcting that assumption, from here I have to make a new transition, which I'll be making here. Okay, this new transition I'll be making. From here I'll be, when I encounter a b here, b I'll be keeping it as such and I'll be moving to the left. Okay, now when I move to the left here, and this state will be q4, new state will be here. Now after that I'll be encountering n number of ones here, which I'll be keeping it means changing the value of these ones as b. Okay, because these ones are not needed anymore, I'll be changing these values as b. Okay, so here whenever I encounter 1 here, I'll be changing it value as b, 1 comma b comma l. Now 1 b comma l, this became b, 1 b l, this became b, 1 b l, this became b. Now after these became b, I encountered a 0 also here. So after that, if I encounter another 0 here, what I have to do is I have to move to the next state, which is I should not move the next state, because I have to come and correct this b here, right? So if zeros come, I'll be keeping the zeros as such, 0 comma 0 and l. I'll be making all the ones as b. If I encounter 0, I'll keep it as such, and I'll move here. Now when I move here, this b is present, right? This b I have to change. To change it, what I'll be doing is b I encountered, I'll make it as 0 and move to the right. Okay, so this b will become 0 here. Okay, this b will be removed from here, and this will be a 0 here, and this will be my final state, which is q5, which is the halt state. Okay, this was the case when the number m is greater than n. Okay, in case m is less than n, let's have a look. When n is less than n, what will be the case? If m is less than, it will be 0 0. Okay, and here it will be 3 zeros. Okay, let's suppose that. Now in this case, what will happen? 0 is here, 0 br, I made it as b and move to the right, ignore the n number of zeros and move to the right, and the first 0 I found, I'll make it as a 1 and move to the left. I'll ignore the 1 here, I'll ignore the zeros here, and I'll move to the left. I'll find a b, bbr will happen again. I'll come back to this state, and in this state I'll again make it as b, ignore a number of ones. After that, this state I'll be here, this one I'll be making it as 1. I'll move back from here. When I move back from here, see, 0 I made as 1 and move back from here, so 0 1 l, and I'm in this state now, and I'm ignoring the n number of ones here, and I encounter a b. From this state, I am encountering another b. So what I will do, bbr, and I reach this state. After bbr, I encounter 1. Now from this state, I am encountering 1, right? So if I encounter 1 from this state, that is not defined. If I encounter 1 from this state, that means that there was another 0 present here, but before that, there is no corresponding 0 present here. I should have found a 0 here, right? For this 0, I should have found a 0 here, but I did not find. That means the number of m here, this is less and this is more. That means after b, if I found 1 here from this state, I have to make all the ones and zeros as b. Okay, so I'll be making a new transition here, and if I find 1, I'll make it as b and move to the right, and I'll be in this state q 6. Okay, and in this state, whatever the ones are there, I'll make it as b and move to the right, because the answer should be all blank spaces. Okay, and zeros, whatever I encounter, I'll make it to the b and move to the right. So all these ones will become b, and this will also become b. And after that, if I found b, in this case, after this I found as b, I'll be making the transition to the halt state. Okay, means that the string has ended. Okay, after b, if I found b, that means the string has ended. So here I'll keep b as b only and move to the right. Okay, so this is the transition diagram for um, subtraction. Okay, so how does multiplication work is, we'll be having m number of zeros and n number of zeros, and the multiplication's answer should be m into n. Okay, let's take an example, 3 and 2. Okay, 3 zeros and 2 zeros here, and after that we'll have another one here, and we'll be having a number of b's. We are going, my answer will be present. Where will my answer be present? My answer will be present after this one, my answer. Okay, and how will be my answer denoted as? When we multiply 3 into 2, we'll get 6, right? So here, instead of 6 b's, I'll be having 6 zeros here. Okay, that will be my final answer. So we have to do that conversion of the b's to zeros, and rest all of the things will become b's. Okay, this will all become b, this whole thing will become b, and whatever are there after this one, that will be my answer. Okay, at the end only 6 zeros will remain, and rest all things will become 0. Okay, so how do we do that? So to do that, let me give you an overview. We'll start from here, make it as b. After we made this as b, we'll come here and take these 2 zeros and put it here. Okay, these 2 zeros will take and put it here. Okay, after we have done that, we'll come back here and take this 0. I'll cut this 0, and since we encounter another 0 here, again 2 times I'll make this as 0. I'll come back and make this also as b, and again 2 zeros I have to put it as here. So after that, if I encounter 1 here, that means the string is over. Rest all the things I'll make it as B here, and this will be my final answer. Okay, so let's understand using the transition diagram how does this happen. 0 0 0 1, and here we'll be having a number of B's. So let's take 6 B's for now, because the answer will be 6 in this case. We'll be starting from here. Okay, let's take as Q0 here. Okay, now in Q0 I have a 0 here. So from Q0 I'll be making that 0 as B, and I'll be moving forward to Q1, and there I'll be finding a number of zeros here. That one I'll be ignoring, 0 comma 0 comma R. After that I find a 1 here. So whenever I find a 1, I have to change the state, 1 comma 1 comma R. I'll be keeping it as such and moving here. And once I find this one here, 0, that will be here. This first 0, I have to know that I've taken this 0 and kept here, right? So for me to know that I have taken this 0, I'll use a symbol. Okay, that symbol will be, I'll be marking this as 2 here. Okay, for my understanding, I'll be marking it as 2. This is B here, and 2 is nothing. You can take 3, 4, anything, just to denote that this 0 is taken, which I have already put here. If I don't do this, I'll be confused which 0 I am taking now, right? So to keep a track of how many zeros I have taken, I will be marking those zeros which I have taken as 2. So after I have taken as 2, I will be making 0 comma 2 comma R. Okay, after that I'll be getting n number of zeros here, which I'll be ignoring. In Q3 I'll be ignoring n number of zeros, 0 comma 0 comma R. After that I'll be finding a 1 here. After I find a 1, I'll be changing my state here. Okay, 1 comma 1 and R it will be. And once I find B after the first 0, after the second one, if I find B here, that I have to make it as 0, right? So whenever I find a B here, I'll be making it as a 0. Okay, so here I'll be making it as 0, B comma 0, and left I'll be moving. Okay, after marking it as 0, I have to move left. When I move left, I'll be coming to this state Q5. Okay, now when I move left from here, after I made this as 0, okay, I'll move to the left from here, and I'll be encountering a 1 here. Okay, that 1 I'll be ignoring the 1 here. Okay, 1 comma 1 comma L. Okay, I'll be ignoring the 1 here. After that I'll be encountering a 0 here, that also I'll be ignoring. Okay, because I want to find the first 0. First 0 how I will find, means the first 0 after the ones which I've considered. I'll find out when I encounter a 2 here. The next 0 to 2 is the one which I need to find. So if I encounter a 2 here from this state, I have to move forward and take the next 0 here. Okay, so when I take the next 0 here, what again I'll make it as 2, move forward, again make this as 0 and come back. So this same thing I'm repeating here. When I found first 0 here, remember, when I found first 0 here, what I did, I made it as 2 and move forward. Now I'm finding the same thing for the second time here. So I'm repeating the process which I had already done. That was from this state, right? When I found a 0, I made it as 2 and moved to the right. Now from this state, I'm encountering a 2. That means I'll come to this state here. I'll keep 2 as such, 2 comma 2 comma R. So 2 will be here only, and move to this state, and from this state again the process will repeat. So when the process will repeat, this will also become 2, and here I will come here, this will become as 0, and I'll come back here again. When I come back here, and in this state again 2 is there, from this state 2 is there, 2 comma 2 comma R, 2 will remain same, and come here. Now I have come here, that means in this state I found 1. From this state I found 1, right? Initially I was finding zeros, now I found 1 here, because zeros are over. So when I found 1 here, that means the number has been repeated once. Now when I do this one, I have to convert these two as again back to zeros, so that I can process another 0 and write this 2 another 2 times. Okay, so in this state I am present and I encounter 1, so I have to take it to the other state. 1 will remain 1 only, and move to the left. When I move to the left, I found 2 here. So in this state, in Q6, no matter how many 2s I found, I have to reset it back to zeros. So 2 will be replaced with 0 and move to the left. Okay, so this will become as 0 and move to the left. Again this will become 0 and move to the left, and after that I found another 1. When I find another 1, what I am supposed to do, I have to ignore 1. I have to ignore 1 and come back here until I find B. So if I find 1 here, I'll be ignoring it. I'll be keeping it as 1 only and moving. If I find 0 also, I'll be keeping it as such and I'll be moving it. And I have to find B here, so that I get to know which is the next 0 I have to consider, right? So all zeros I'll ignore until I find B. After I find B, I'll come back to the right. After find b, I'll come back to the right, and from here I'll repeat the same process which I did from the start state. Now this is the start state here. So when I encounter a b, I'll reach to the start state here. I'll keep b as such, b comma b, and I'll move to this state here. Now this will also become a b here, and I'll move here. These two again, 2 will be there, and again 2 zeros will be there. I'll be not marking it, and I will be coming back here. Another 0 will be there. This 0 will also become b here. I'll go back here, and these two zeros will become these two b's will become zeros. I'll come back here, and at this b I'll move forward. When I in this state I'll get a b, I'll move forward in this state. Now I am in the start state, but now the start state is not anymore zeros. The start state after b is 1. So in this case what it indicates is this string has been over. The string of zeros have been over. That means there is no more repetition that is needed. So this 1 will become as b. Okay, from this case, from now on I'll make all the things till the second one as 1. So this one will become as b, and I'll move to this state here, right, and this will become b, and after that I'll find n number of zeros in this state q7. I'll make all the n number of zeros which I find as b. All the zeros also should become as b here. So this will become b, this will become b. After that I find the second one. Second one I have to transition here and make that second one as also b, and move to the right. So second one I made it as b and move to the right, and which state I reach, that is a halt state. Why? Because after this I need not do anything. This is my final answer. All the rest are b's, these are all zeros. Okay, so this is the halt state. Okay, so this is the transition diagram you need to make for multiplication Turing machine. This is the last type of question which can be asked from the exam point of view. So here we have three categories: concatenation, ending with 0 1 1, and ending with a b or b. Okay, so let's discuss concatenation. Okay, what do you mean by concatenation? So suppose I have here 1 1 and a b here, and 1 1 1 1, and I'll have a number of b's here. Now if it is this case, I have to have a concatenation, means the 2 ones and the 4 ones should be together. Okay, so for this case what I will be doing, I'll be starting from here, and n number of ones I'll be ignoring. If I get a b, I'll make it as 1, and I'll be ignoring n number of ones, and after I reach this b here, I'll make it as I'll keep this as b here, and I'll move back here, and this also I'll make it as b. Why? Because one b I have converted to 1, so this one should be converted to b to keep the count same. Okay, so it will be as follows. I'll be starting from here. It will be 1 1, this b will become 1, and this will be 1 1 1 1, and I'll reach here, this is b. I'll come back here, this one will also become b. So here how many ones are there? 6 ones are there, which was our initial condition. So for that what we'll be doing is, we'll be starting from here. We'll be making state q0 here. Okay, this is for concatenation. For q0 I'll be ignoring a number of ones. So I'll be having a number of ones here as self loop 1 comma 1 comma r. After that when I encounter a b, I'll be ignoring that b as well. Okay, so b I'll be making it as 1 and moving to the right, and after that in q1 I'll be ignoring a number of ones here. So 1 comma 1 comma r. After that when I reach the last b, okay, so what I'm talking about is 1 1 b 1 1 1 1 and b here. Okay, so the last b when I reach here, after ignoring a number of ones, with the b which I reach here, I'll keep it as b only. I'll move to the left. When I reach 1 here, what I have to do is that 1 I have to convert to b, right? So that 1 will be converted to b, and I'll move to the right. Okay, I'll be converting the 1 here. I'll convert this to b and move to the right. Okay, and this one was 1 here, and when I move to the right, I'll be reaching the final state, which is q3. This is the halt state. Okay, so here all the concatenation is done. One, and here as here one more one I had to put after erasing b. Okay, so 4 ones, and here 2 ones are there, 6 ones are there, which is concatenated. Okay, so this is how the concatenation works. Now moving on, we have the ending with 0 1 1. Okay, what do you mean by 0 1 1? So the ending part should be 0 1 1. So least string will be 0 1 1. The other string can be 1 0 1 1, or it can be 0 0 1 1, and so on. Any number of zeros and ones can come previous to it. Okay, so for this we'll be making the same thing here as we did in the first module. q0 is here, and the starting set will be here as 0, which is the least string will be putting here 1, and this is q2, and this is 1 here. And after 0 1 1 we'll be encountering a blank space here, so that blank space will be taken, and this is the final state q4. Okay, this is 0 1 1. Now along with 0 1 1 we have to define the other ones also. So 0 1 1, what we are doing is 0 comma 0 comma r, we are moving forward, and when we encounter 1, when we are keeping it as 1 and moving forward, 1 will keep it as 1 and move forward. When we reach the blank space, we'll keep the blank space and move forward, and this is the final state here. Okay, now this is defined for 0. What if it is 1? Previously, if it is coming 1, we'll keep 1 as 1 only and move to the right. Okay, no matter how many ones have come in between, previous to this one, we'll keep it as such and move forward. Now 0 and 1 is defined for q0. For q1 we have to define 0 and 1. 1 is defined. What about 0? No matter how many zeros are there, stay in the self loop only. Again it will end. Now in this case, 1 is defined. What about 0? If 0 comes, come back to this same state. Okay, 0 comma 0 comma r. Okay, come back to the same state, and 0 1 1 again it will end. Now 0 1 is defined for q2. What about q3? In q3, if I encounter a 0, okay, if I encounter a 0, I have to come to this state so that it will end with 0 1 1. And if I encounter a 1, I have to come back to this. 1 will be starting from here. Okay, so it will be 1 comma 1 comma r. Okay, so this is for this state, and from this state will be after we encounter a blank space, we'll be reaching this final state, which is halt state here. Okay, that was about ending with 0 1 1. Now the next one is ending with ab or ba. Okay, ending with ab or ba. Let me insert some space here. Let's understand how AB with BA, AB or BA works. Okay, it should end with AB or it should end with BA. So the listings are AB and BA itself. Okay, so ending with AB, this is Q0 here. First we will have ending with AB here, A, Q1, B, Q2, blank space, ending with AB. This is ending with AB. Similarly, we will have ending with BA also. This is Q4, this is A here, Q5, and this is the blank space here, which is ending. Okay, now A, B is defined. Now if it is A, keep it as A only and move to the right. B, keep it as B, move to the right, and blank space, keep it as blank space and move to the right. Same thing goes for here also. B, keep it as B and move to the right. A, keep it as A and move to the right, and blank space, keep it as blank space and move to the right. Now A is defined, B is defined for this one. What about this one? Is A defined here? A is not defined here. If A is not defined here, what we need to do? If A comes from here, what we are supposed to do is we have to send back here, right? Or we can have a self loop only. Why we need to send back? First we need to check for the self loop, right? So A R, no matter how many A's are there, then it will end with A, then followed by B, and here it will be the same thing. N number of B's will be there, B comma B comma R. Okay, now A and B both are defined for this one. Now what about this one? Here after I find A, B, okay, if it is nothing is there, if a blank space, will end it. Okay, this is the whole state. But what if another A or B came here? We have to define for both A and B. Now if a B came, can I take a self loop? No. If an A came, can I take a self loop? Here A, no, because if I take a self loop, 2 times A can be accepted. That should not happen. So very simple, what we need to do, if B comes here, we'll be taking to this state, right? If a B after a B comes, what will be happening? No, we cannot take it to this state here. Then what will happen? B and this will be accepted. So here if it is coming as A, okay, if it is ending with B then A, we have to take it to this state, because we can't take a self loop, it will accept n number of A's. So B A should be accepted, right? B A is also accepted at the end. So if A comes, I'll be making it as A and move to the right. And if it is a B, similarly here it will be B comma B comma R. See, suppose that A came here and BA, okay, BA it can accept, but what if after BA another B came? It should go here and then get accepted, because AB is also acceptable, right? So A is defined from here, B is defined from here. What if B came from here? If B came from here, can I take a self loop? No, it will be B. Can I take it here? No, it will accept B and B. I cannot take a self loop, I cannot take to this state, therefore I'll check for the previous state. This state, if I take it as B here, what will happen? B came, then followed by A. BA is acceptable, so I'll take it here. This will be B comma B comma R. BA will be accepted. Similarly, this will be accepting A, B. A will be here and B will be here, because A is not defined here, right? So this will be A comma R. So A will be coming here and followed by a B. Okay, this is for ending with A, B or B. If you found this video helpful, please do like and subscribe. That helps me make more videos like this. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.